getting out of hand. This is crazy. Um, I just hope he fights back. I don't know how, yo. I think he should send in Uncle Murder. He need to call Lloyd Banks. He need to do something, bro. Because this is just sad. There's somebody that grew up as a 50 Cent fan, bro. This shit is
Do you
crazy. I can't believe
do
it.
you do you think that deceased people is off the table? Don't you? You know, his mother's gone. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that was like taking it to another level? I know that the young
Yes,
guys do it now in drill music. You know what I'm saying? They go to the extreme with it. But for T.I. and his family, like, you know what I'm saying? What do that say about T.I. as a father, like, bounce on his dead mother? I'm sure somebody that T.I. loved that was close to him, if the roles were reversed and they did that to him, he probably took it to another level, or maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he just look at it as sports.
I,
Like, is there really a rule
I
to
do
battle
think
rap?
that it's in poor taste.
Is all are children and deceased off the table, or anything goes at this point?
Yeah, it's really all. You can tell it's off. For one, King, well, how old is this dude? Like 20, 25 at the most. And then 50, he going at the 50. That's why they going with the back and forth. So 50 put the meme about his mom. So then he decide he gonna go at 50's mom. You know what I mean? Which is it's just complete. I don't know. It's like when you got these generations, they got their own rules. We got our set of rules, and the next generation got their own set. And it's like he's following that, and we follow ours, and 50 doing his thing, and it's like everybody kind of just and you got T.I. in the middle. It's like they all joining in this thing. And the crazy thing about it is, if they kind of like the quote unquote elders now, they supposed to be the elders to this new drill generation. I don't know. I don't think it's like the best look when you going that way. But I don't know if they could somehow get this to go back to record. But I guess that's when I guess 50 got to get back in the booth. I guess you know what I mean.
I think he's not even lyrically fit. Now, I could be underestimating 50, you know what I'm saying? Especially when somebody has the access to, a crew of writers or whatever the case may be, and not to underestimate 50 skills because you don't lose it. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be with you. You just got to get back in lyrical shape. You know what I'm saying? I heard it stem back from the Beck for Mercy album when he was alluding to T.I. snitching or whatever the case may be. And it goes back to what you were saying too with Saha, the Prince, earlier today skills. I think it's lame when you bring up something, you harbor something in your heart that happened 10, 9, 15 years ago. You should have dead that back then. Why bring this back up? You get what I'm saying? So I don't know the full story, but I do know that the T.I. and 50 Cent beef stemmed from the Beg for Mercy album when 50 Cent called T.I. out about being a snitch when he got caught all those guns, you know. And my thing is, I question T.I. I don't know the whole detail about it, but if you are a person who really sensitive about stuff like that, then that says a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? They really do. Maybe you are a rat. You know what I'm saying? And if you are, wear your cheese badge with pride, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Start performing at Chuck E. Cheese or whatever the case may
See,
be.
and that brings up a philosophical question as far as what is and what is not snitching, right? Because from my understanding, right, what I think T.I. did, and I wasn't there, you feel me? But from my understanding and what I heard was that T.I. basically, can you tell on a dead person is the question, right?
No, no, you
Because
can't.
basically, okay, so if he was questioned in certain things that they believed he did, if he said a dead person did that, and that's how he came home, I can't say that is what happened or is not what happened. That's what I heard happen. I have no idea, but that's what people are. That's what online is saying is that he put certain things on people who are no longer here, so they can't say whether they did or did not do something. You feel me? To some people, telling is telling, regardless if the person is alive or not. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's the story that makes the most sense to me is that he probably told on somebody or he said somebody did something that they may or may not have done, but they're not here to defend themselves.
Yeah, that's still ratting. I know a real life situation about that. I text you, Gov. You know this person. Um, First, the person that the reason why they got locked up because basically y'all familiar with Cold Spring Lane and on Northeast
Yes.
Baltimore. They
Yes.
speeding, they racing. This is like in 90, 98, right? They racing. You know how people pull up, my car faster than yours type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the my homeboy, which is the deceased person, he said, "Yo, I'm dirty right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't you gonna draw attention?" So they sauced up. The driver doesn't care. His awareness is just out the door. Long story short, they racing on East Coast Spring Lane, down that steep hill. They get followed by the police. Long story short, police check the car, lock both of them up. About 2 months later, homeboy no longer here. He's dead. The other guy goes to court and say, basically what T.I did. It was his guns, he snitched. I mean, he had all this, and he went home scot-free. To me, that's a rat. Especially in that case, because not only that you instigated that situation for y'all to get locked up in the first place, right? But you were the man that took your own charge. You know what I'm saying? T.I cannot escape this matter. You know what I'm saying? I know we had stories about 50 Cent being police, whatever, but that's another time for another topic. And if that's the case, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. You feel what I'm saying? But if we know that 50 had made a career of trolling people, talking about real life situations, and we can call 50 Cent a rat because he throws. There's a difference when, and we all artists here, there's a difference when you make a song and it's in the storyline of those know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But when you start putting out names like, I'm not going to, what he said in Many
So
Men,
you think Ghetto Quran was snitching?
I can't remember Ghetto Quran like that. You got to relate the lyrics to me. But I do know
So basically,
Many Men was ratting. He ratted big time on Many Men. He ratted on Many Men. I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh,
Go on, Scales, my
Ghetto
bad.
Quran is one of the songs that got him. Ghetto Quran is one of the songs that got him in trouble with the Supreme team because he basically made a song and he was talking about like oh, Supreme was the money man, Prince was the killer of World War. He said hell names in that song, but to him he was bigging up people that was running Southside Queens. He wasn't trying to dry snitch, you feel me? But certain people took that song a certain way. You feel me? Prince himself said that he didn't feel like it was snitching, and he's the person that got called a killer in the song. But certain people feel different types of ways about that song. You feel me? The Ghetto Quran off the Power of the Dollar album.
What do you feel about Wishmacom, Many Men, when he said, "I'm not going to say nothing." I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going to say nothing when Tuck got knocked. I got a kite from the feds that said Tuck shot Pac or something like that. You don't think that's like dry ratting? You know what I'm saying? Especially if a man trying to fight a
I mean,
charge
I
or
think
God.
I don't I don't know. I'm gonna have to re-listen to it and reread that line. You
Yeah,
feel me? Because I feel
he
like
snitched on
at that
Tuck.
point, whatever he was talking about was probably already known. I feel like
Yeah,
he
but
about
Tuck
it,
wasn't
then
locked up
whatever
for
it
that.
was probably already known on the streets.
Yeah, but Tuck wasn't locked up for
You
that.
saying that whoever he was talking about in that part wasn't locked up yet?
Yeah, Tuck was not locked up for shooting Pop. But he said, I'm paraphrasing, he said, I'm not going to say much. I got a kite from the feds that said Tuck got knocked, something for shooting Pop. You can look up the lyrics. But everybody's like, yo,
I'm gonna
you
have to
just
look up the list.
ride at it because the dude is not locked up for the shooting of Tupac. He's locked up for other crimes. And if we're trying to solve that attempt murder case, right? You just put the clues together. Now, like on Against All Odds, right? Pop mentions that too. In 95, 96, Pop mentions Against All Odds when he says gunshots to Tuck, right? So Pac already knew who was behind the shooting at the Quad Studios. You get what I'm saying? But these things are speculations. But he said
Mm-hmm.
reinforces this on Get Rich or Die Trying and Many Men. And like, dog, what was the purpose of you airing out that type of laundry? I think 50 Cent is the father of what we call drill music today because all them young dudes do is snitch on themselves. Look at A.R. Rab, self-snitcher. You know what I'm saying? A.R. Rab gave himself 40
Nah,
years.
his self-snitching compilation is crazy. He
Yeah, he
got a
gave
20
himself
minute
40
self-snitching
years.
compilation.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy, right? He gave himself 40 years. You know what I'm saying? So not to dive too much on the top, I think the pot calling the kettle black. Um, but as far as entertainment is concerned, I have not been privy on it. Y'all been telling me that that T.I families out here murdering 50 Cent. And my thing is, I think 50 do need to get back in the booth. I don't know if he sent the signal to Uncle Murder or Tony Yayo to go after him. I think 50 has enough people in his onslaught to take down T.I and his family. Uncle Murder by itself, I believe, will shut that down. You get what I'm saying? Um, and stop posting up memes. I know it's funny. He posted up a recent meme with T.I wife being what you call a lollipop kid or something. And he
Yo, talking about the
yeah,
Oompa Loompa of
yeah,
Willy Wonka and the
yeah,
Chocolate Factory.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He posted up 50, get in the booth, man. Get in the booth. Well, all right. I see that everybody's tired and worn down. You know what I'm saying? Um,
It's crazy, man. It's junk crazy because you know what? It kind of remind me of, like you see your parents, they trying to take up for their kid.
yeah,
That's what's going on. It's like they really trying to take up for King. That's what they trying to do. Because he was getting dragged. Everybody was siding with 50 at first. When he put the meme up, he's like, "Oh, what you got to say?" So everybody's kind of clowning King. This why the two of them, I think they joined in because they say, "All right, we got to take up for him." Cause remember last year, or about a year or two before, he was kind of going through this back and forth thing, trying to prove that, "Oh, I'm from the street too. I'm real. I'm legit. How come y'all don't take me serious?" You know what I mean? So he's kind of going through this identity crisis. You can kind of see it happening. So I think that's what's playing. Similar to what happened when Will Smith and Chris Rock. Remember that night after he slapped Chris Rock, and then they all at the party.
yeah.
They went to the parties after. So you
That was diabolical, man.
right, right. And the way that they was all partying together, they was like pointing the Will, like, "Yeah, man, you the man now. You the man." Like the whole family was trying to hype him up. So
yeah.
that's what I think is kind of playing into this whole thing. And I don't know. It's tough. It's got to be a rough situation to be in King's shoes, though. Honestly,
I mean, how old is the youngest one?
I don't know. Let me see.
If, if he's if he's old enough to handle pressure, if he's an adult, if he 18 years or older, and he want to play manly games, I understand. Take up for your mother. That's honorable. You feel what I'm saying? But why stop there? I'm sure a lot of people that said things about his mother. That means he got to fight the whole internet. You get what I'm saying? I just think he's just being selective because of who the person who was said what is 50 Cent. So I can't think it's I gotta say it's disingenuous. I think it's also a meal ticket. You know what I'm saying, if you will, to keep my name alive, keep me in the social media circuit, keep me in the algorithms. You know what I'm saying? You cannot ignore that. But other than that, I think it's honorable for a man to take up for his mother. But if you're gonna jump in that man's realm, then you got to be a man. Ti, stay out of your son's business. That's a grown man. Let him handle it. If he's getting his behind whoop, he's getting his behind whoop. But pat that man on the back for being a soldier. That's like if Quan Bizzle go out here and start some mess and he get knocked out. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't
But
gonna jump in it. I'm just gonna wait till Quan wake up and pat him on the shoulder and say, "Man, you did a good job, man. You defended yourself. You didn't do it well, but you defended yourself." You feel me?
Well, wait, what,
Check
wouldn't the
it.
son just responding to 50 Cent made fun of his mom? That's like a natural defense for a son to want to defend his mom.
Yeah, but
And
it's
T.I.
who
to
did
jump
it.
in.
Yeah, but it's who did it.
the
Like,
one that
go on.
you could,
Okay,
I was going to
it's about
say the one that responded with a diss record is not Tiny's son. Domani is the one that responded with a record, and he went crazy on that record. But
He
yeah, the
not
other
Tiny's
one,
son?
no, Domani is not Tiny's son. The other one is King is.
Oh yeah, we know King Tiny's son.
Okay,
Look
which
just
one is
like
Facts.
that? The
just like
albino, the albino, the look like he off.
Yeah,
What was that
yeah,
doggone movie, man? I can't think of that doggone movie, man. Um,
strong gene.
what was that guy? The time traveler. Remember that when he traveled through time and he got to the end of time and that guy with the blue pale face. That's who Yo looked like. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a sick albino, man. I'm gonna get
See
flagged for
y'all
this.
people always making fun of that boy.
I'm
People
gonna get
always making fun
flagged.
of that boy for how he look.
Right.
I'm gonna
He
get
can't help
flagged.
how he look,
think
man.
King,
He can't help it,
King was
man.
wearing a
Mm.
shirt of 50's mom on it. Social media.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna talk about nobody's mother, yo.
Yeah, shirt with 50's like deceased mother.
What you
Yeah,
say about my mama?
Right.
yeah,
I
it's
remember that.
just too
Remember that
far,
famous
bro.
line. That famous line from Minister Society. What you say about my mama?
Yeah, I feel sorry for
It
your
went
mother.
down after that. You can't be messing with
Yeah,
people's mothers.
yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I thought somebody gonna get physically harmed after that, but then you got to look at it again. 50 Cent struck blood first. He struck iron first when he was talking about the
Yeah.
man's mother.
And he didn't have to bring Tiny into it. He didn't have to do that.
He
You're
didn't
beefing
have to
with
do it.
T.I. Why are you messing with Tiny? Leave her alone. You know?
Exactly. Exactly. But I'm
but
interested
the
to
you
see,
want to
man. I'm
talk
interested.
about mothers.
and
I wonder where
and
I
why?
wonder where he get that picture
And
from,
why?
bro.
With the
What'd you say?
picture of the burning house?
Nah, that got a lot of significance to it too. Remember, 50 Cent house got burned up, the one that he bought from Mike Tyson.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's not what that's a reference to though. That's a reference to 50 mother dying in a
Oh,
house
she
fire.
did? I didn't know that. I thought, okay, cause I'm
Oh,
looking at Get Rich or Die. What did she die on Get Rich or Die trying that way? I thought she was shot in the head.
She died in a house fire
Okay,
and get rich or die trying. She died in a
okay.
house fire.
Man, that's brutal. That's brutal, bro. Mm, 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 mm,
Ain't
mm.
that dude? Be prepared for the consequences.
Yeah, yeah. See, here's the thing too, man. I don't take nothing away from T.I. and what he's doing in Atlanta, and I don't take nothing away from his gangster. They say every man is a man in his own hood, right? That's what DMX said, late DMX. But we all know G Unit catch people at airports and beat them up, bro. G Unit beats people up at venues, man. They're not as vicious as the Wu-Tang Clan, but they're vicious. You know what I'm saying? When you talk slick about the Wu, be prepared for it not to be on wax. 9 times out of 10, somebody gonna wax your. That's how they get down. You know what I'm saying? And they got people in every city. You don't know
Yeah, that's
who's
facts.
who, and you walk up and somebody that snuff you and you out cold. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's got to be careful, man. I get it. You got to stand up to the bully. You got to fight 5 with 5. But I don't know, man. This is strange. This is strange. Real quick, man. Skills mentioned something about Sci-Hi and J. Cole. Um, I think I agree with Skills with this one. Can I say it? I think. Can I say it, Skills? Sci is a
Yep.
sucker. Sci is a sucker. If you wait till 9 years to get your lick back because the man's popping, again, your intention and your motive looks very strange to me. If Cole was not popping right now or the hot topic in hip hop, you would not open your
wouldn't
mouth.
say nothing.
You wouldn't say nothing. I think that takes credibility from him, man. You know? And me personally, I don't know, did I say Cole will wash him? Did I say that or something like that?
I mean, you said it earlier. You didn't say it on the pod, but yeah.
Yeah, Cole will wash him. And I got to listen to the Saha album. You know what I'm saying? I haven't listened. The last Saha album I took a listen to was No Dope on Sundays or something like that. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people deem that as a modern day classic, and not to take nothing away from his pen. I think he's a phenomenal MC. But what we have gotten from J. Cole not too long ago, um, That's masterful work, man. You don't talk trash. A sports analogy. You don't talk trash from a person who dropped 60 points 3 nights in a row. Wait till that dude cool off first and then talk your trash. You know what I'm saying? But he's just seeking attention. I hope his album sales is doing well.
So he just put something out.
Sci-Hi
From what
dissed
I
J.
heard.
Cole yesterday. I put the song in the chat for real. Sci-Hi dropped a diss track to Cole yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hope his album doing well. You know, everybody's doing marketing strategy to, oh, he's hot. Let me diss him. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
oh well.
I mean, whatever Sci-Hi got coming out, that diss track made me not want to hear his shit for real. Like, I feel like it was a good diss track. Like, he definitely had some bars for him, but it's like the fact that you waited 9 years to say something after False Prophets is crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
crazy.
that's whack to me. I don't think Cole's going to respond. I think he might send somebody from Dreamville to respond if that. You feel me? But I mean, it'll be an entertaining match. Like, I think that Sci-Hi is not a slouch, but I do think that this was weak of him to do. Like, he should have been said something or just kept it to himself.
Facts. I don't even think Cole gonna respond because he's been benefiting more from being quiet and peaceful.
I think a lot.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's been benefiting more.
Yeah, he
I hope he
benefited from doing
respond.
this.
I want to see him respond. I want to see him. I want to see a battle for real.
Yeah, they're not going to battle.
I
They're not going
think
to battle,
Jid
man.
would spank him. I think Jid would spank. And a lot of people, I've been asking different rappers that I know. Some people say Sci-Hi, some people say Cole. The people that's saying Sci-Hi, that's really strange to me. Like, I've heard Sci-Hi rap before, and I know that he's behind a lot of Ye's most famous verses, and he's behind a lot of Travis Scott verses. But it's like I wasn't really that impressed with the diss song. Like, he definitely, um, you feel me? Like, he was like, "There's no statute of limitations on Get Back." It's like, I don't know, yo. I just think that it looks weak, but the song in itself wasn't weak. He was actually rapping. He was rapping his ass off. But I just think that if you weren't already a fan of Side, that song not gonna make you a fan, bro. But I do think that Cole, he's not gonna be able, he'll be able to win, but then they're gonna be like, oh, like he's picking and choosing who he wants to battle. But it's like if Kendrick is his friend,
Exactly.
why would he have to rap battle his friend? Like I would never battle
Throw them shit
somebody.
on the ground. Huh?
Huh?
What was that? What was that, bro?
I don't know what that was.
Well, that was one of y'all.
Yeah, but that'll make him look suspect and weak, bro. Like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Catch 22, he couldn't win either way. If he go respond to Cole or anybody from his camp, they're going to say, where was the energy for TDE, right? Where was the energy for Kendrick? If he does beat him, if he doesn't respond, then, oh, we go Kyle Willie Cole again. But like I said, and I think Gov agreed with me, it's better that he stays silent. Unfortunately. And unfortunately, Cole done this to herself. You took the fun out of hip hop. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you think he stay silent because he didn't battle Kendrick?
Yes, he has built his self-image. Like it or not, for better or worse,
So you
Cole has
saying
built
that Cole
himself
is
an image.
he a verbal pacifist now?
Whatever that is.
That's what we say here,
Yeah,
verbal
yeah, yeah.
pacifist.
I guess, I got a Northern High School education. I'm guessing a pacifist is a person who just gets turned the other cheek, I guess, right? That's
Yeah,
what that's meaning.
they don't want to
It's all
fight. They
about
don't
peace.
fight.
All
They don't
about
fight.
peace. Peace only. Peace.
Man, peace. I mean, he said it. He said, it bothered my soul. I'm paraphrasing. It bothered my soul. Just something just wasn't right. I just couldn't sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that I said this to K Dot. How many of y'all out there love K
Oh
Dot?
my God. You know what's crazy,
I
yo?
can't do that.
He gonna always have that next to his name, the way Barry Bonds got the little asterisk next to his shit. That is so sad
Yeah.
because Cole is a great rapper, but that's always going to be right there. When he did that shit, that's like McGunner told the judge, "Yes, man." Like that's always going to be next to his name.
Yep. Your next fan of Skills, what's his name? Charles Smith will always be known as missing the bunny, missing the layup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
man. Yeah, I think the best way for Cole to be is not to respond, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let his work speak for itself. Tell his camp to be quiet. It'll die off. We'll forget about it next week, if not now. You know what I'm saying? It will blow over. You know what I'm saying?
so you saying that
Um,
it's not worth putting Jid in? I think Jid wants
not
to
worth putting
smoke.
anybody in because it's a catch-22. I mean, he gotta live now with being a punching bag.
Who? Cole? I don't think he got to live with that.
Yes, he gotta live with being a punching bag.
Here's why he don't got to live with it, because I think he playing chess all along. I think he playing a totally different game. He took them out of that arena and put them in his arena, and he playing the game of I'm trying to show y'all I'm the people's champion. I'm not just the one that's going to be in the billboard or whatever like that. I'm not an industry guy. That's the game he playing. So that's why he went around and what was he riding around, in a Accord or something, or a
Yeah,
Maxima
A
or something?
civic.
something,
Yes.
somehow.
So he riding around like that, playing like I'm just a regular common dude. The people love me. You know what I mean? I'm not a part of the industry. I'm not industry cuz I'm whatchamacall. I'm man of the people. That's the game he playing. So by
Here's
him
the problem I got.
right, but by him playing that game, he's taking them out. So he's making them talk about him. So if he turn around and start talking back about them, that's taking him back out of, he's putting himself back in their arena. He rather them talk about him. That's the game he playing.
I was with you till you said that. Here's the thing about being a people's champ, right? I think Muhammad Ali was considered a people's champ at one time. You still got to
Yes, yes,
fight.
he was.
Right.
You still got to fight.
That's what I'm saying. The way he's fighting, he's taking them to a different arena. He's not gonna fight them on that arena, the one that he playing on. I think that's the game he
So,
playing.
Gov, you saying that he pulling some Muhammad Ali
Rope
rope with those?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's
Okay.
what he's doing. I think that's what he's trying to do. I don't know if he's successfully doing it, but I think that's what he's trying to do.
Hmm. Well, here's the thing. That's all fine and dandy, but if that guy from LA decide to jump back out and show niggas, he better have some smoke prepared for y'all.
But
Right.
I don't want
my
to
question
hear.
is this:
I don't want to hear. I'll take the. Go ahead, man. Take your best shot. I want to hear that.
I got
Have
a
equal
question.
smoke for everybody.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that because if you look like you picking and choosing, you feel me? That kind of diminishes your reign, yo. You know what I mean? Like it's like remember on Rocky when you feel me? Rocky thought he was the shit because he was like 30 and one or whatever. And you feel me? Mick let him know like I've been setting up, you feel me, bum fights basically. You feel me?
Mm.
Like what Clubber Lang say? He just been fighting other bums and then show and prove he really was just fighting other bums and shit. Like, why is it though that Kendrick low key gets a pass for not responding to Joey Badass? Joey Badass basically battled the whole West Coast by himself down there. The East Coast didn't help this nigga out till it was like 2 days left in the battle.
I think that's a little different. I think Kendrick actually won. Now, I know what y'all about to say, but this is different from Cole. Kendrick is not coming off as a peacemaker. Kendrick is coming off as you got to prove yourself and be honorable enough for me to step in your arena or for you to step in my arena. I think that's a little different. I think he looked at Joey Badass and said, uh, little dude from TDE, go handle my dirty work. Remember, I forgot dude's name, but Kendrick was encouraging him. Like, yo, go ahead, man. Fight for the cause. You know what I'm saying?
Ray
Protect
Vaughn.
TDE. Yeah, he's not, he ain't making the boss level. I think that's why Kendrick didn't respond because it wasn't enough for Kendrick to say, okay, man, you made it the boss level. Let me jump off my throne and let's get it on. It's more like, all right, that's nice. We'll take care of that. You know what I'm
Okay, but
saying?
is that not Kendrick picking and choosing? Because I remember a time when it didn't matter if you said a nigga name, you said a nigga name. Remember when 50 Cent did How to Rob? You feel me? 50 Cent wasn't up there, but Jay-Z still came out at, you feel me, and said, I'm about $1. What is a 50 Cent? You feel me? Like, I feel like there was an era where you couldn't pick and choose, and now picking and choosing is acceptable for certain people.
Yeah, I just think it's like you said, I think you mentioned this in the group chat. Um, I think was and this is why I don't give Kendrick a pass. I give more Jay-Z of a pass. Because I think you said in the group chat is like even when Rockefeller was going back and forth with Rough Rider, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna respond to Drag On. He's not even gonna respond to Styles P. And Styles P been throwing shots at him since Jay-Z's second album. When all of them was on the same track. I forgot the name of it, Reservoir Dogs or something like that. Styles P, it was rumored that Styles P was his verse was directly towards Jay-Z. And Jay knew that because Jay, you know, you're not really a wordsmith if you can't catch a diss. You get what I'm saying? So saying all that, Jay-Z's like, man, you know, it's almost like a schoolyard fight. Like, look, little guy, go get your father or your big brother. I don't want to fight you. I understand that you got a lot of fights in this, and one day your punch may hurt. Until then, stop pinching me and go get your father. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what Kendrick is. That's what Kendrick is saying to Joey Badass. But here's the thing: that's what makes Kendrick hypocritical. What you think makes Kendrick hypocritical? All that. He said, "To say my name 3 times, and I'm coming to get you." And I think Joey called him out more than 3 times. So Kendrick, the boogeyman, should have appeared by now. Candyman. So, look, it's late. That's going to end today's podcast unless anybody else have something to say. I'm your host, Adam Mill. Sitcoms, where can they find you?
You can catch me at thegovernorsmansion.net.
Jeremy One, hopefully I said that right. Where can they find you?
Jeremy One, JAMMA_WUN on Instagram.
Skills Mega, where can they find you?
D Skills Harris on IG.
Ty, where can they find you? They can't find you, can they?
They can't find them.
Was that you with that weird noise in the background? You went to another. Oh, okay. You can just sound like somebody's trying to channel through another dimension or something. Juan Bizzle, where can they find you, man? Don't act stupid neither, man. Don't say no crazy.
Nostalgia music on all platforms.
That's what's up. You can find Guess How Sad on YouTube and IG. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we got 10 new subscribers. Shout out to you guys. Sorry I didn't mention your name, but hopefully next podcast I will. Heads up on one of the topics, fellas, don't run from it, is pertaining to Black women next week. Do they hold any type of accountability? And do they respect the Black man? You feel me? So
shit is going down next week.
Yeah, don't run from that. And I encourage anybody, any sisters out there who want to join the podcast that week, because we would love to hear your side of the story. Don't let us chauvinists, tell y'all off. You know what I'm saying?
Man, explaining.
That's one of the topics next week, man. So yeah, I think that'd be dope. All right, fellas, man, enjoy yourself. Have a safe weekend. You know what I'm saying? Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
The volcano from out of Iceland, they come to take over the rap game like the white man. Iller than Hitler, photobomb at Yahoo, read it on missile. Watch me do it like the Pointer Sisters. Slip arsenic in your corn liquor. Two bigger L's than the Aubrey nigga. From Pappy Mason to Pastor Mason, the church is vacant. Preacher with Bobby, trapped in the basement. I'm laughing, just imagine the Sleepy Beauty had herpes.